Welcome back, everyone. Dragonheir Silent Gods. Today we're going to look at all of our teams for the Otherworld exploration, which will start in 2 days from now, so we've got a lot to kind of prepare for. See if we can do well for the end of season rewards. If you're not playing Dragonheir, download it with the links down below. You can jump over to Steam and download it there for your PC as well as the link. You could use the link though, it helps me out. Or you could download it on your mobile device and play it from there, jump back and forth between all those. Meteor Storm Gaming so fast, man. What's up, my man? How you doing? Join us on Discord too. Discord is down below. My Discord has so many people that can help you out, as well as their official Discord would be down there. A lot of good information there. What is happening? Meteor Storm. I'm really sad that we don't know anything about the Dungeons and Dragons collaboration. Like, we don't know when it's coming or what's going on. It's not even on the test server for us to test out. I feel like without the Chief Challenge Legendary, without the Dungeons and Dragons event, it's very boring. Like, I don't have a lot to every time I say boring, all I think is Gardress. Boring, so boring. You know, I don't have anything. You gotta have that exciting breakup of the season. You gotta have something there that makes it, you know, really fun. And of course, we're always talking about the first part of the season, making that better, and they're doing that, right? They're trying to make that better. A cool event during the first part of the season would be fun, and I'm sure eventually we'll get there. But the second month, Chief Challenge, fun because we're going after something. And then the end of the month, sure, you have Otherworld, but it's just more of the same old stuff. I love the Dungeons and Dragons collaboration. When we have that boss that we have to fight, all of our heroes are maxed out. We don't have to worry about leveling anybody up. It's fun. And it's not like they're stopping. They're not going to stop doing this. We're just in a delay right now. Right? In some kind of delay. I don't know when it's going to come. It will come, no doubt. But it's just, they got purchased. What can we do? They got purchased by another company months and months ago, and now it's starting to take effect. So what can we do about it? We just got to wait. Things will get better. Yes, that's the best thing about it. We're waiting for the Dungeons and Dragons event. We're waiting for some kind of anniversary event, but things are going to get better. We do know that for a fact. Blood Sample, what's up, my man? How you doing? It was supposed to go live in 2 days. Yes, for everybody. All servers, same time. It was supposed to go live in 2 days. Normally, right? That's just like the other two that we had with Elminster and Drist. What's good, Blood Sample? How you been? Anybody getting ready for their Otherworld? All their teams? It is. The epic chest is there, but there's no real good epics, only Shaltar. Hold on. This is my wife. It's got to be my wife in like a bag of clothes or something. Yeah, it says fashion choice on it, so I'm sure it's got to be something like that. The epic, right? They are starting. The blessed summons are starting, so make sure you guys are watching that because you can get Garius, you can get Furbath, Adolphus. Right now, you can get Shaltar for 6. I mean, it's worth picking up. Any of those blessed summons for 6 are worth picking up. Doesn't even matter if it's a good epic. If it's a decent epic, I would still get it, right? Or ASAP they need to buff. They need to buff a lot of stuff. Yeah, they need to buff quite a few heroes. Is postponed till June. That's correct. So even this month, we're not going to have it. We're supposed to know something. What did they say? Like within a week? Or by the end of this month, we're supposed to know something about June for the anniversary event. Which by now, it's just a summer event by the time we actually get it. But again, remember, all this stuff is being pushed back because they were purchased by another much bigger company. And it takes time for that transition to happen, right? So now we're starting to see. Now we're starting to see the changes. And it's going to be much better. Like, long run is going to be way better. And we're seeing all the changes for Season 1 that will eventually get to all the other seasons too. But we need to know about that as well. I feel like we do. Can you guys see me clear? Because I did a lot of changes for my camera yesterday. I put this teleprompter up finally. I haven't used it yet, and I actually can't get it to scroll really well. It's an Elgato teleprompter, but I had to change a lot of things with my camera. I actually tried all these different lenses, but then those didn't work, so I went back to my original lens on the camera. The setup's all weird now. Like I got this whole setup and like this fourth. It's a teleprompter, but it's almost like a fourth monitor. You can set it up that way, but my lighting seems different now, and my positioning of the camera is definitely different now. I think it's all right. Let me know if it's not, like if it's grainy. That's the problem with like YouTube and doing YouTube from where I'm at. I don't know how Americans get it so easy. Maybe it has to do something with the hertz or lighting or something else, but when I look at other people doing videos, it's real easy for them to do 1080p clear, like where they look clear. For me, when I do it in my videos, it's very difficult for me to get the right lighting and right settings to where YouTube doesn't compress it, because they do a compression algorithm to where they compress everything, and if they compress it so much, your picture where you're moving around, your face isn't very clear, and it's, I don't know, it sucks. It's always been an uphill battle with that. You just got Total Nan on season 1 account. Hey, congrats. You should have got a lot more than Total Nan. What do you mean Total Nan? What? You should have tons of stuff on season 1 account. It's great to have that for your wild team, sure. Yeah, but you should have, I mean, how many days have you been playing on that account? You should have some legendaries, a whole bunch of other epics. Yesterday when we did, it wasn't yesterday, it was a couple days ago now, when we did 100 purple dice. For some reason, I got my purple dice on at the end of beginning of day 4. They came in the mailbox, and when we opened up those 100, I got Garius, I got Furbath right after it. I don't know, a whole bunch of other epics. It's crazy. 4 legendaries already on 3 days. It's insane. Just insane. I kind of want to re-roll. Like, what's the best re-roll guide for season 1 now? At what point should we stop playing and start re-rolling? We know up to day 3 we can get a lot of additional dice. By the time you get to day 3, you can get the additional 5 and 5 from the 7-day quest, they call it. I think you have more than 7 days, I'm not sure, but there's just 7 days of things to do. At what point is it best to just like, okay, let me see how many, like time versus re-rolling is what it's all about. If it takes me, like how many do we open within an hour? Not that many, like 5 or 6 or 7 within an hour. So then you'd want to re-roll. Like most people don't want to re-roll and keep accounts active. Although all these accounts do stay active unless you delete them. So you could go back within a day or two, collect rewards from like logging in and then roll further if you wanted to. But I guess in the first hour, maybe we get 10, somewhere around there. 10's plenty. 10 is enough to re-roll at a 3% chance to get a legendary, I guess. You got Felicity already? Oh, Felicity, Ogok. Oh, you got Ogok, which is amazing. Urion could help you out, I guess. Ally protection. But Ogok is the only one out of all those that I would put scrolls into and be really, like, really excited about. Felicity's good for damage. She's got a cool lead, although we have a nice lead right now from the new guy they just Isitarian, right? 24% additional attack everywhere. And then Scarlatch is cool. I mean, everybody gets him. You got Adolphus with your first purple? Nice. I got Adolphus on my account too. Well, now I have Garius along with Furbath, Adolphus. Like that's what my 3-day, well 4-day-old account now has. Urgander, Charlatch, of course, Witch's Remains, Adolphus, Garius, Furbath, and a slew of other stuff. Of course, Total Nan, things like that. But can you imagine? Can you imagine going back in time and we had this kind of stuff? It's wild. I mean, my day 3 account back when we started on Global was like hoping I would get Sigrid because we had no way to get purple dice. We had no way to get gold dice for sure. We got purple dice as we played. Those came in fairly well. So we just prayed to get a good rare. That's all we did. It was just a prayer to get rare, man. You had commons. Yeah, it was tough, right? If you didn't spin back in Global Launch, it's all you could hope for. Like, forget Adolphus or any of this other fancy stuff. That was a miracle. If we opened up a purple dice and it was an epic and a good epic, he was like, whoa, blown away. Kelvin Free in the house. What's going on? You still don't have Total Nan and you're on season 3? It happens. It's a free-to-play player. It's very hard to get all those epics. There's always like 1 or 2 you're really missing and it sucks. Yeah, Storm Val, how you doing? Storm Val said he also doesn't have Total Nan. It's at 25 summons. What? Blood sample. I didn't read that. The epic chest is at 25 summons now on the blessed summons. What a crap company. What? Oh, blood sample. I'm glad I caught this now. I don't know if you're still here and can hear me, but man, what? Let's go back and check that out. So season 2 had it at 6, which obviously was too good of a deal, which we know that. We know that, right? We know it's too good of a deal, but man, for them to change that. Was something that like popped up in my YouTube feed? Yeah, blood sample, you there? You are there. Yeah, I could have done 10, not 25. 25 is way too much. I mean, if I'm going to do 25 summons, I'm going to do 35 summons to get a guaranteed legendary if I didn't pull something. Now you're wanting me to do a full summons on the banner, which is far too much when there's all these other things going on. Like right now, we would have Dungeons and Dragons starting in 2 days from now. I can't go crazy on those kind of banners with 25 summons. Whales aren't going to do that because they already have those heroes. So who's really summoning for that now? Right? Man, it is 25. It's not 6. And all these rewards, basically, these were the rewards we got for summoning 6, right? These are the rewards we got for summoning 6. Would I say it's worth it for somebody like Garius and you don't have him? Yeah. Furbath, sure. Because depending on the season, depending on what Radiant goes with or what Poison goes with, these 2 characters are just too good, but at that cost though. So I wouldn't summon on this one, even though we got Vikuk, Total Nan, Thea. There's Garius on this banner, but for 25, what else would I pick up? Philosia? If I could pick up Philosia, Gulind, Espolta for Arena, you'll probably get Sagamir out of a purple dice eventually, or a horn. Oh, I got a horn summon last night. I got my first horn legendary while I was going to sleep last night on my main account. I could not believe it. I was actually capped out on my horn. I had four of the 4 summons to do. On the 4th summon, it rolled and I got another Sutha. So I got the duplicate to be able to get another legendary artifact or a lightning one. But I'm going to save it because maybe lightning will be good in season 4 with the new heroes. So I'll be able to go get a lightning specific artifact, right? One of the legendary ones. I could not believe it. It's been 3 whole seasons along with a beta, and I've never seen a horn summons on my own account legendary. I was so surprised. I first thought I was going to get shafted and it will only give me the rank up material for my artifact, and I wasn't going to get the little, because I've heard from so many people sometimes you don't get the duplicate thing for your legendary artifact, and I'm like, please don't do that to me, because the only one I'm missing out of the horn and the purple dice is Felicity. Girthin, what Girthin's down here. Look, they got Varesh in this one too. Varesh, Shaltar's back in this one. Shaltar, you've got Iola along with Varesh. I mean, this is a pretty sweet, and you'll probably pick up a lot of these along the way to 25 now. So if you did do 25 summons, this could be a pretty nice one. Especially if you got Philosia or Gulind. That would be crazy. But that's a lot of dice. You got Felicity from the horn? Nice. It's the only one I'm missing. That's why I want her. I'm not missing anybody else. I'm trying to figure out how to get to picture. Here you go. Is this how to get to the picture gallery? Oh, yeah. There she is. See that? See that right here in the corner? That additional Sutha charm. It did like this long story thing. I just really couldn't believe it. When you go for nine months plus another beta, so a year. I've gone a whole year playing this game and I never got a Horn Summons. So pretty excited. Pretty excited to have the extra artifact pick going into the new season, because really you never know. Maybe next season lightning's amazing. I pull some kind of lightning legendary, and then they do have, not an exclusive, but they do have lightning legendaries that go well with aura, that go well with burn, all that. So now I'll be able to pick it up. So pretty nice, pretty nice. 914. Yeah. I gotta be up there with you for no legendaries out of purple dice as well. I'm with you. I'm pretty high up there. I'm back up to another 50. 54. Let's do it. Let's see what we get. Main account, I got super lucky last night with Sutha from the Horn. Maybe I can get lucky today and get another one. It's hard. 0.2% chance is no joke, guys. That's kind of why we need like a high pity, right? Some kind of pity, and it needs to be relatively high. I know 0.2% chance is 1 out of 500, but the odds are so low that they could have a pity at 600. Even if it was 600, it would still be nice, you know? Because we do get a lot of purple dice. Because I've opened up well over 600 now. So at least I would have gotten a legendary, and then now I'd be working toward another one, even if it was 600. That'd be pretty nice. All right, what are we supposed to be doing? What are we supposed to do today here? I still don't understand the arena payout. I think the arena times are kind of weird for all this payout. And I wonder, I think eventually they'll be like, okay, you're right, it makes sense. I don't know why we're doing it this way, and they'll change it back. Lucky on Starlight Summons, you grabbed Sagamir out of 560. Congrats, but no Horn Summons yet. And you're already in Season 3, so you were like me. I'm trying to say for the D&D collaboration, any news? No news yet on the D&D collaboration, and I'm with you. That was one of the funnest things for me at the end of the season. It broke up the season so nicely because right now, yeah, we're fighting to get this legendary hero, so it makes it a little bit exciting. But the D&D thing was fun because we got a new boss to focus on. And we didn't have to level up any of our heroes. We didn't have to gear any of our heroes. It was just play against it, have a good time, get another legendary if we wanted to. It's part of the, you know, Forgotten Realms, D&D stuff. It was really cool. And eventually, once they run out of the D&D collaboration in like a year and a half from now, or a year and a few months, they'll have to do something else because it's really worth having some kind of event like that. It's so good. Yo, Chitty P, what's going on? I didn't do any tests. Well, we did play her quite a bit, but I didn't do any like serious testing with her. She's pretty self-explanatory. She's not going to do massive amount of damage. She's going to put up decreased attack. How well is she going to heal your team or shield your team? It's not as strong as obviously Phalosia. It's not as strong as Adolphus, but she has other things to where she can put up shields right away, decrease attack. Whenever you're hit with shields on, she'll also do the AoE freeze at a small percentage. We were using her in Pillar. Yeah, you could use her in Fae too. I don't know how strong she's going to be in Fae because Fae is actually kind of hard. Fae is always pretty difficult. So I don't know if she's going to like really keep your team alive in Fae. You're still going to need a lot of other support. I don't know if it's worth it. With her lower percentage chance to freeze, with her shields the way they are on her ultimate, you know, you get the first initial, but once they're on the ultimate, who's to say? Have you guys seen how strong Espolta is in Arena? It is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous how hard she smacks. It's crazy. I got a victory here? Oh, damn, holding down these victories. Flurious, what's up, my man? We're always battling sometimes for high ranks for the hero training. Last time we battled for first place. I took first place by a few hundred, but we can't really see. It didn't update fast enough, so we didn't really see what the scores were when you do that. Damn, he's got her. She's awesome. He's rolling Perk in here and Phasia, and I won this. I'm really surprised that I won this. Man, you can't slow it down. You can't slow down a replay. Mithracy just revived everybody, right? You sure I won this? I think... Oh, yeah, there's my people. I don't know if she revived everybody. I think she revived someone. She's pretty sweet. You surprised with your $400 today from King Arthur? All the refunds? I think it's the smartest decision they can make. I've been telling everybody they're going to do something. I haven't been playing because you know the game's going to change. You know, it's completely going to be revamped, but this is the smartest thing they could do. People have been playing beta for how long? 2 years? At least a year and a half they've been playing beta. They've been accumulating so many heroes, but they're playing the game that's going to be totally different, you know, than the way it's going to actually come out. And most companies, we're lucky. Most companies put all these beta people in a server by themselves where no other new players will ever join. And of course, you're not going to stay in that server. You're going to join the global server because this is the type of game where everybody plays on the same server together. I feel like I had a spider web or something, man. I hope I don't freak out and have like a spider pop up somewhere. That'd be so crazy. I don't feel it anymore, but I feel like for like 1 second I felt like a spider web or something. Could have been like a long hair from my wife or something. Yeah, it's the best thing they could do. Instead of throwing us in a server where we're by ourselves, and a lot of companies do that. That's how they reward you for playing for so long. It's terrible. They refunded everybody. So I got a whole bunch of refunds too. I think it's amazing they did this. Now when they start global, there will be nobody that had a head start. And I think the only people that are really upset about this are a whole bunch of free-to-play players that have been playing for a year and a half. And the only reason they were playing for a year and a half was so that they could have like some huge accumulated wealth by the time the game came out. Because there wasn't really a lot going on, you know? But now, this is good. Now it's going to be way, way better. This guy fought me 2 times and lost both times. With Filto, huh? It must have been close. Like the first battle must have been very close. You know, I love this little dude right here, Victor, but he's melee, so many times he sucks because he's melee. If he wasn't melee, Victor would be 100 times better. That's what's so shitty about melee, seriously. Like, he's so awesome. His moves, his passive, his abilities are so awesome. But man, he goes up there and he gets in the mix and he gets wrecked so many times. I don't know. It's hard to tell with replay. I wish I could really slow this down. Why won't they let us do a replay at 100 and at 2 times speed? Who? She ignores 50% defense at ultimate? Yeah, but she'll like wreck your whole entire team just from one ultimate. And her ultimate comes fast. I have her as well, but the top arena players, you see them come in with her and she just takes out your whole entire team. I've got her, and I would like to get a cool artifact for her maybe, and play her in arena. Make a team around her, sure. Espolta, where is she at?
From time to time, I wonder.
And this ultimate comes so fast. Oh, and then we get to put the gloves on her. They give her 30%, 35% additional damage, and there's no negative to it because it's all about the gloves that slow down your ultimate regen, but we get Shadow here. So it's another thing that makes her hit even stronger. So she comes in here, she hits 3 times, only 600% of attack, but we're getting 35% additional damage from the gloves. We're ignoring 50% of the defense, and it's a big AoE, and you're just wrecked. And it comes fast. Comes really fast. Centered on it, gains shadow energy for each enemy hit. And then right here, we can get our ultimate even faster if more people are hit. And then you get, oh, so we get this. This is 500%. So our 500 and then 400% because the first time it's cashed we get 200%. I mean this is what they're made for, right? Arena, or at least initial nuke in arena. If you can survive that initial nuke, you'll be okay most times, but it's really hard to survive that. And all these whales have her ascended, inspired after killing an enemy. So there we go. Hero gains 15% additional damage bonus when their HP is higher. So right when the battle starts, they're getting 15% additional damage. Crit rate, critical damage. Ignore 15% of the target's defense. Man, even more of the target's defense? She is wild. It was a win by timeout. What's going on? What battle? Oh, I got to win by timeout against somebody on that one battle? I didn't even watch it. Was I not watching it? Oh, I got to win by timeout against that person that fought me twice, so they tried again. Do I got to put a stall team? So stall teams still work, I guess, in arena? It's only 3 minutes. They have Gillian. Gillian's keeping them alive? Is that Garius? Who else do they have? That wasn't a win by timeout. That was a win. They put something more defensive or to make it so they could survive longer, right? More defensive. Oh, they got Garius in here now. And Ardrith. Okay, so I can see where this might go to time. Maybe I should throw in myself. Maybe I should throw in my Jorn instead of Victor. I don't know, Victor's pretty cool though, especially if there's a lot of healers over there. Victor's pretty damn sweet. We still got 2 minutes left. No, that didn't go to time either. We won that one. Yo, what's going on, Izzy? Buying free, Tall War, Urion, and 6 Helio today. Feeling blessed? Are you brand new? Are you season 1? That is pretty nice, man. Congrats. Congrats. So what's my payout going to be at ranked 130? Same as, I think the payout is 100 to 300. Yeah, so it's the same. I feel like this is a pretty nice payout if I stay somewhere around top 300. And my lineup is this with Victor. I mean, I really like what Victor does. I just wish this guy wasn't melee. You're in season 1, you have a legend. How many days have you played? 11 legendaries so far. How many days are you on? Don't tell me it's like 6 days, 5 days, 10 days. What? 11th day, 1 legendary for every day? Oh my God, you're on day 16? How are you on day 16 and you have 11 legendaries? Oh, did you spend money? Are there any cool deals for legendaries on season 1? I feel like I want to start a new account on season 1, like, and do a re-roll guide and see how. Just a roll, man. Just to see what kind of good stuff we get. All I want to do is see all the goodies. I don't care about playing the account or keeping the account. I just want to see like what's the strongest account we can roll for. It's pretty it's ridiculous. Like absolutely ridiculous for sure. Now, did we not fight this person? This says Radiance. I think we already used this team, right? I guess we didn't use any Ice Blast to fight this one. How are we going to make our teams? I feel like this is kind of, I got 60 teams made already. Okay. A Rot team. Ancient Battlefield team, which kind of looks like the same team as a lot of my other teams. This team, Firebird team, I don't need this anymore because I'm pretty sure it's the same as my Rot team or it's the same as my other teams, but timing is different here, so I kind of want to keep it, right? A Pillar team. I'm still doing a few things in Pillar because I don't have 15% less damage taken. We haven't done our Elemental Affinity all the way out. So even if you feel like you're not doing well in pillar or you're even stuck in fade, just remember we got to get 15% less damage taken. We got to get all that additional HP if you're missing that. Once you have that maxed out, then we can like really get into it. Now this is my Vortex team for sure. I don't know what Frost is. What is Frost? Is this for the pillar as well? Let's make new teams for pillar. If I have to. Venom. Is this my fast team for Venom? I feel like, again, it's just another variation of the team that I'm playing everywhere. This is my Goblin team? Yeah, that's my Goblin team. Okay, this is where we were comparing all Emperor set to some other stuff. That's going to go away. Dauntless is going to go... Probably Dauntless might not go away. Venom again? Actually, that's my Grave of Venom team. For a faster one. Okay, there's another bird team. Okay, let's get rid of this one. That is just simply one. AB free-to-play-ish we were playing around with. Okay. Here's another pillar team. The shield guy. This is my shield guy team that I was using to get damage on. And I'm pretty sure I can do 2 shield guy teams with 2 different aura teams. Because I have a lot of aura units leveled up. So I guess we'll keep one of these. This could be one of my teams for... Okay. Okay, this is one of the ice teams we were going to play around with. But I feel like we have too much in here. What team is this? A poison team? This would only be against a dragon. The dragon's the one that takes poison damage, right? This again, oh, there's our new girl in here, would be against the dragon? I don't get it. I don't know what I was fighting with this team. Oh, maybe I was using this in, we were using this in pillar. I think that's what it was. Yeah, for sure. I remember now. That was a pillar team. And I still think we need to do that. Faye. Okay, we were testing out Faye with this new girl, seeing how well she could do. Summons. Summons damage on... Oh, this is where we did summons damage on the Vortex boss. And then I compare them to an Ice Blast team. Now, how many do I have? I've almost got 15. We can make 14 teams right now. That's not bad. That's actually really good because we've already got one here. Can't I change the positioning? Press and hold your team to adjust their positioning. Well, what team? How do I know what the 16th team? Okay, so I want to bring maybe this team. Press and hold to change positioning. What's going on? Oh, press and hold it there. Did it change? Did it change to the 16th position? Now I can't find it. Where'd it go? No, that wasn't the team. Okay, let's make another Ice Blast team. So who am I going to put together as part of my... We got a Frost team over there, Ice Blast team. Let me see who we have. Zadok? Not Zadok. What's his name? Zorak. Zorak is going to go well with who? Zorak can give Girth ice crystals, right? Or can he not? When they get his passive, they don't get ice crystals from it, though. They gain his passive here. Does he give ice crystals? Remember, we want to put somebody weak. We don't want to put all of our heavy hitters on one team. So I want 2 Ice Blast people that kind of complement each other that aren't like the best. So we could obviously go Nord with her, and that would get 22 million, I'm sure. And then the next one we could go Shinna with somebody like Cedic, and then we could go Bledin with this guy. Okay, that looks good, right? I need a piece of paper. I'm going to remember all this. I need to... Nord with Girth? Yeah, 22 million easy, especially once we get those bonuses in Otherworld. 22 million probably easy right now, but when we get any kind of bonus and out there, it's going to be even easier. Hold on, I'm on my Google Sheets really quick trying to find where I was starting to do all this. Rename Season 3 Otherworld. Paste. Okay, so we're going to do Girth and Nord, Shinna, Cedic, and Bled with, what's his name? I always get his name confused. Zorak. Okay, now I need support. So the strongest out of that team is probably going to be Girth and Nord still. I mean, they're all pretty strong, actually. But now we need some kind of support to keep them alive. Decrease attack, decrease defense, whatever, right? And we're going to be looking in poison for that. Well, yeah, we still need somebody that gives us some semblance of something. We could go main MC with one. Let's go main MC with this team right here, just to give us some shields. See how far we can make it with shields. And if we wanted to, just to have somebody, we could do recharge speed penalty. And then now we need probably some like baby heals. Is there somebody out there that just gives like ridiculously small heals or something dumb? That we don't have to waste a hero. You know, I don't want to waste a decent hero. On battle skill, on his battle skill. Okay, that sounds good. He's the archer, right? The one that hits people when they're invisible or something. Where's he at? Is he here or is he in the other one? Is he in Frost? This guy, right?
Preserve this brief tranquility.
Shoots an arrow at them, dealing damage where I shoots the arrow. Where's his healing? Heals an ally by 10% of the target and grants them hit recovery. Unskilled. I still think we'll hit 22 million. I do. He can put a horn on him as well. The guy who does healing over time. Which is that guy? Honestly, we could put gloves on that just heal our people. With this shield, 4-man crew, we could just put gloves right here on her that heal her when she does damage, and then we're good. Yeah, that guy is a main healer though. He does do a lot of heal over time. And you could put the horn on him. Horns. You're talking about the horn where you get attack speed increase? His name starts with a G, but I want to use him for an actual team that needs heals. Like that really needs heals. Because even though his heals aren't that great, they're still heals. And we'll put scrolls into him. But what horn? What are you talking about? Artifact. Yeah, this guy. 15% damage horn. Ah, to give them additional damage. Oh, the horn. The horn. So his healing over time will pulse and they'll get the 15% additional damage. So 3 stacks of 5. Gotcha. We can't do that with any of these people, huh? We can't put the horn on any of these. So if we do level him up, I don't know if we need to level him up. Let's just gear these few right here and see if we got it. Look, he's already geared. She's already geared. Let's put some gear on our boy here. Let's get him as high attack as possible, which we can easily do with Roots. Is Roots not on Girth? I think Girth must have Statue. Okay, we'll put Roots on him along with anything to give him additional attack, which would be the aerial set. this set. There's Ariel for witches. I'm not going to be picky. As long as it's attack percentage, which this is not. Okay. Attack percentage. Oh man, we've only got one? What a bust. It's already on our boy over here. Okay, I'll go flat attack. I really don't care right now. You know what? I could go attack percentage here. Even though this hero, you know, the main hero still does great damage. Can we get attack percentage on this aerial set? Yes. And then for a chess piece, I'm looking for attack percentage with whatever else. I don't really care right now. Oh, this can make our shields bigger. What? Okay. 50% chance to get 50% bigger shields on our main character. What? This works out. Give me attack with attack skill haste or attack with attack percentage. And then we've got attack with attack here. Okay. Great. He'll get even more attack when we come in. Now we just got to throw something on our boy here. We do need something that gives us a little healing because there are times in between when the shield is off. So we got to have something small. And you, like, Meteor Storm had a great idea with that guy. It's battle skill heal. It's something because we're not going to be able to stay alive with just shields. They're not 100% uptime. If it was 100% uptime, sure. I could see then it would be okay. And we do need somebody to apply Witch's Remains, which we can do with our boy right here. How much accuracy do we have? Ah, he's not up. He's not up to 5-star. We can't get the right side rune.
Let me fight with you in the next battle.
We probably could have just got gear and not worried about that. I'm too impulsive though. I'm like, I'll farm it up. That's all right. Okay, nice skill haste. That rune is, let's save that. That rune is nice. 292, we're way over. Actually, we didn't need to. If we have 50 additional from our elemental affinity, we go to 270. We didn't need to. Plus, we can get accuracy once we go to Otherworld. We really didn't need to worry about taking him to 6 to 5-star. But it's done. The deal is done. Solar King's Horn? Broken on Furbath? Yeah, on anybody. It's actually, for some reason, I feel like that buff stays up way longer than it should. Like, you put it on people who cycle through. I use it a lot on Acelia, and it's up 100% of the time. It just seems like when it goes up, it really stays up. Syphilis? Yeah, I don't want to use Syphilis, though, on this team if it can make 22 million without her. See, the strongest team, like the strongest hitters, we need to use the weakest support because they'll get a lot of damage quickly. So we use weak support with them. The ones that aren't as strong, that take longer to get damage, we'll use better support, is the theory behind this. We're getting recharge speed penalty on the boss. We're getting shields up. Let's just roll it. We could even throw decreased attack in and not worry about healing too. So if we wanted to, we could just bring somebody in to decrease attack right when the boss does its ultimate. Or gloves on our DPS to get them health when they do damage. Are we getting Witch's Remains up with Elvis? Now, Elvis doesn't have scrolls, I don't think. I see Witch's Remains up, but that wasn't from his ult. Does somebody have the crown on? Okay, should proc now sometime. There it goes. It just takes a while because he's pulsing with his ultimate. His ultimate's different. Okay, that was a great time to get shields. Maybe we should make sure that our main character has enough skill haste to get shields up every time the boss does its ultimate, and that'll be better. Oh, we're fast. The main character's like at a 16-second cooldown for the ultimate. We don't need to worry about that. Man, the main MC is still a boss. All right, I'm going to save. I'm going to save this for the ultimate. So we're a little short. I think we're going to be a little short. And Gerst's taking damage and she's not able to heal back. But if we played it this way, like if we really timed him at 18 seconds, I think we'd make 22 million easy. No, our boy's starting to take some serious damage. Elvis is starting to go down. But it looks like we're fine here with this. Decrease attack. If we brought in decrease attack instead of another heal, we've got plenty of options for that. We've even got a rare that can get us decrease attack. Ooh. Elvis is getting hurt. Man down, man down. Now we need our main MC in the the right next to the tank, so the boss will start hitting the main MC instead of Girth. Almost there though, right? Too easy. One team is Varesh and 4 rares. What rares? Like frost rares? Yeah, we've got recharge speed penalty up. Oh, you're right. We do have recharge speed penalty up from time to time, so that's going to mess up our... We'd have to do it manual. When this guy's in flame spec, he's at a 16-second cooldown, but when he's in frost, he's not. That's a shame. All right, so the shields were pretty fat. We just need to time the shields, manual it. That's fine. One run manual is no big deal. And then bring in decrease attack or some kind of baby heals. I think decrease attack will be easier. Let's go over here to Frost Poison. Let's pull out a rare. Or you could just run it again and see. All Frost rares? Nice. Yeah, Meteor Storm. Take care, buddy. I'll see you in a few. For 5 affinity. Oh, right. We're not even getting a 5 affinity. Rifter, you just saved me, man. That's the thing. We're not getting our 5 affinity bonus. You are absolutely correct. So we just come in here and we just look for a Frost Poison person like this down here at the very bottom. Not one that we've used. Like this guy right here. Boom. 5-team bonus. Now we could possibly be taking 15% less damage too, which we are. And we are at 22 million. Right. Let's save this team. This is Ice Blast 1. And like we said, we can't set it up, but I don't think we're going to have to worry about this. Let's try to set it up at, well, let's just let it run. Now let's just let it run. I don't even think we have to worry about timing. That's it. Even just a level 1. Yeah, even just a level 1. Just put a goblin in here. Everybody's going to be getting 22 million on so many teams if they want to. If they want to worry about, you know, setting this up. Oh, uh-oh. Okay, we do need shields turned on. So now it's going to really matter what we do for the in-game boss. You know those teams we do for the in-game boss by trying to get as much damage as possible? It's really going to make a difference on those, isn't it? We're going to have to try our hardest to do amazing damage there and gain rank over other players for the few days that we have to fight that boss. It's pretty funny though. Yeah, man, great call. You saved me from stupidly leveling up something else, you know? And we don't even need it. I hope. I don't know. We're kind of I might have to micromanage this shield. I feel like we're still taking a lot of damage. Shields up. I mean, with no healing, we are, you know, we can't come back from it. Even if we just had the smallest amount of healing, we'd be fine. But we've got, like I said, gear sets. We'll just come over here and slap on healing for damage done, and it's done. That's it. Shields up. I feel like Elvis is getting pounded pretty good. I might want to look at his gear. The boss only has 5 stacks, but he's getting pounded pretty hard on those basic attacks. Yeah, at night, bud. We're almost there. Hold on, hold tight. Come on, survive. We've got Witch's Remains up right now. There it is. There it is. The event is too long. Which event? The Otherworld event, to where we had to fight so many of these for so long, is too long? Okay, there's 22 million. So we got Nord. We're bringing in main character. And just a level 1 common. Nord, MC, and common. Wait, who's the other one? Who's the oh, Elvis? Okay, just squeaked by. Save? No. Redeploy. Okay, team 1 is saved. Great job, everyone. Now we're gonna go in here, and did I save this gear? Is this? I've got a lot of gear saved. I just don't know. He's not even on. This guy's on an aerial set. I guess he's on an aerial set because he has the Rascal Slingshot. I didn't look at his damage, but honestly, he should still be on an Emperor set. And I do have Emperor set saved. So let's go over here and get some more Ice Blast guys. Okay, we're going to run Shinna and Cedic together.
My energy tanks never.
I'm witnessing a funeral.
And with this team, how can we skate by on this team? We can use another level 1 common if we want to. Okay, we'll have Witch's Remains here. So Cedic's the one really going to be pulling in the damage. She's not going to be pulling in a lot of damage enough. So I don't know if this is actually going to work out well. We could always bring in anybody to do damage. I mean, it doesn't matter. It just needs to be Frost or Ice. It could even be a lower level own Ice person. It just really does not matter. I guess we'll gear him and see how much damage we get. Then we'll gauge it from that. We could always do decreased attack with the tank here. Shields on himself. Decreased attack will help out a lot. And we're not going to bring him up. Let's not bring him up. He's only got 1 hit. Okay, that's good because we got Witches Remain on Shinna. So we'll go over here with... $25. No, we'll put him in gear that saves. We'll have an actual healer. Maybe we should put him in gear to where he takes 25% less damage all the time and doesn't take everybody else's 15% of everybody else's as well. There is a good tank, isn't there? There's a DPS set that gives you health back when you do damage, right? What was it? Or is it only when you kill somebody? That's what it is, right? It's something that only when you kill. Heals the wearer after killing an enemy. Okay, we can't use that one. Well, we're going to need a lot more than that. 163. Defense with, I think I have a defense percentage one to where we're going to get health back from the defense that we do. What's that set look like? This? 20% of the damage dealt by the wearer will be converted into healing when their HP drops below 50%. And it's a defense percentage. I swear, I feel like I'm so behind on gear farming. I've been playing like goblins nonstop. I feel like I'm way behind on actually getting good gear to use. I guess actually, after I have all these teams set up, I won't have to worry about it anymore, right? Now I can use all the stamina I get to farm dungeons from now on. I might need to level up a few heroes at the very end when we fight that in-game boss, but I'll have plenty of stamina. So now, this is good. After I figure out my teams, I can just go farm gear from now on. $223, perfect. Okay, these two.
Excuse me. I'm not good at singing.
Do I have a nice attack with accuracy? She's still kind of low. We're waiting too long for the Blossom and the D&D event. I agree, but we got to wait. Look at all that. Wow. We've got to wait. The company was purchased, months and months ago. They're finally making adjustments to everything. It's going to be a little slow right now, but eventually it's going to be way better in the long term. I agree with you, though. The Dungeons and Dragons event was the best thing. It was the thing that I was always looking for the most. I couldn't wait for it to happen. It was so much fun. So when they do get back on track with it, we'll be all right. They've got to. I don't understand how they can wait for the Dungeons and Dragons because they're on contract. They only have the collaboration for so long. They've signed contracts for all that kind of stuff, I'm sure. So they need to do it within a set time. So I don't think they can actually push that back too far. I would assume. 194. Don't we need 270 for this?
I only bury body.
Yeah, 270. Well, I think all we need is 220 when we're in Otherworld. We get the additional accuracy eventually, like really quick. Then we have our elemental affinity, and 220 is pretty much all you need, from what I remember.
I only bury bodies. Souls will at last return to
Oh, well, let's roll it with this.
Those who blind
Cedic, my man, what are you gonna use? Maybe this? How does she have all that gear on? Shinna has some of this Emperor gear on? Damn, attack with 15 crit rate.
not any.
All gacha games will be repetitive at one point. Yeah, they are, but that's the whole point. That's what the company has to do, overcome that repetitiveness. The company is there to engage their players and make it fun. But this game seems to be a little more repetitive than others because of the season reset, and they're working on making everything good and fun, right? There's a lot of learning process going on right now with this company, even from the beginning. Like, I feel like the company from the beginning didn't do a lot of things they should have done that we told them about that they're doing now because they've been purchased, right? All that season 1 stuff, that's just normal season 1 stuff that should have been there from the beginning. Oh, we all know that. We all know that they even had it kind of like that in beta, one of their older betas from a long time ago. So Charlatch was always a hero they were giving out way back in the day, and they took that away. So I think now they're just getting on track. I feel like the old company was way too reserved. They had no idea how to like really monetize well, and they just were way too reserved about anything they were doing, and they were just too slow with stuff. It felt like a really old person was running the company back then, didn't want to do any kind of deals, didn't want to like change anything. It's like, no, just take it real slow and chill. And now we're finally getting things done. They always have something going on. Exactly. That's the job of the company, to make it so something's always going on and that it's fun. And that's what's going to happen. That's what has to happen. Okay, we got these two. Now what else can we bring in? We don't have any heals. I feel like we need some kind of healer here. We're not going to be able to skate away without a healer. I don't think we're going to need like the strongest healer in the world. Oh, this guy is not going to be able to keep up with this boss though.
I can smell it.
I kind of don't want to bring in her for recharge speed penalty if I don't have to. Like, I feel like this is a lot.
Why do I have to be out here?
Care to indulge.
How many hits does she do on her ultimate?
No blinking.
I think 1. She removes a debuff, but we don't need that. Recharge speed penalty is what I want here. Okay. All right, we're not too worried about her damage because it's not increased. But this guy does healing based off of enlightenment. I'm pretty sure we're going to need to put scrolls into him. We'll wait till after. So instead of the book, let's go with... Oh, he does healing based off of enlightenment. We could get 25% additional healing plus enlightenment here, or we could get the staff. I wonder if we'd actually get shields from this. He pulses healing, so if he's at the part where he's going to overheal, the shields would be so small, right? I still don't have an enlightenment chest piece for the moon mantle. What? All right. Wait, is that skill haste on it? Okay, let's go with skill haste then. We're not going to worry about anything else but making this guy faster. So now it doesn't even matter if it's defense percentage. Just something with enlightenment as a substat in this. Great. Now we'll go over to this set. Enlightenment with skill haste. And anything with skill haste. All right, what do we get? Are you talking about Raid's little events that they do all the time?
Taste the power of magic.
Rest in ocean deep.
Arrows.
You're put up against 100 random people. Yeah, and sometimes they do legendary heroes for those events, right? Overall. When I went after, who did I go after? They had Krisk as one of the, and I haven't had him forever. I'd been playing for so long and I didn't have him, so I went on that event. And out of the 100, you would win him. Avoid legendary, and I got it. Took a lot of all day and night using auto clicker to farm a whole bunch of stuff, but I was able to get him. And auto clickers are allowed, by the way. It wasn't like we were cheating.
Taste the power of magic.
Rest in ocean deep.
Solero.
This damage looks like it's going up fast. Like really fast.
Choke on your own.
2 stacks with already this much damage. It looks better than the Girthan one we did. And we're not even getting decreased attack up at the appropriate time.
Taste the power of magic.
I think we should wait.
In ocean deep.
Arrows.
I thought we'd be able to get his decreased attack up
Choke on your own.
in sync with the boss if we got this recharge speed penalty up. Well, maybe we can.
Put on my dukes. Taste the power of magic. Solero.
Rest in ocean deep. Choke on your own blood.
Oh, the boss is doing 10% less damage too for the debuff we have up. Just by having a debuff on. So that's nice. From etches.
Taste the power of magic crystal.
Choke on your own blood. Rest in ocean deep.
All about that recharge speed penalty. So easy once you get that up, right? I mean, if we're strong enough, we don't even have to worry about a 5 team bonus. We could even bring in some Radiant heroes to do healing.
Choke on your own blood.
Taste the power of magic crystal.
Rest in ocean deep. Choke on your own blood.
Oh, that's right. We could have put the horn on him for 15% additional damage. I haven't been using the horn at all. We could have put the horn on
In ocean.
somebody in the last team as well. We could, instead of that common, we could put in somebody on that last team to put the horn on that just does some kind of like vague healing, and we could get additional damage too. But for sure on this team, we could get 15% additional damage all the time.
Taste the power of magic crystal arrows.
Rest in ocean deep.
All right, so this is easy. Very, very easy. We're going to get way more than 22 million with this one. I feel like if the main tank was faster, we could take out Etches and use her on a different team. I don't think we need to use her on this team with all this healing. Like if we redeploy, give the horn to old boy here. Make our tank to where he'll be at 15%. We got to get him to 66 or 60. We got to get him to 60, right? 60 skill haste. Oh, look at that. 3 hits into accuracy. That's pretty nuts. Can we get him to 60 though without a right side rune? I don't know if we can. What am I looking for? Defense percentage? I don't have a defense percentage. Well, I probably have a defense percentage in... Do I need accuracy on him? We're not doing anything special. Oh, no, we're doing decreased attack. That's right. We do need accuracy on him. All right. Well, I'll change that gear from him over to... We've got crazy amount of accuracy there. A little bit of accuracy here, so we'll just change out. Oh, he's got 37 on him in this part. Okay. We're at 273. We're great. Defense with accuracy again. Okay, so we're no problems. We're overcapped with the accuracy. And now he's got skill haste to put him at 18.6. Do I need a 20 hit? I need 20 on one of these. Skill haste. I don't think I have 20. And frost. Is that it? These are the only frost runes I have with skill haste? No. I guess so. I don't have that many. Attribute. Skill haste. 13. 6. All right, these aren't rolled. We do have a lot more. These aren't with skill haste. What this shit is going on right now? No, that's all we've got. I can't believe this. 12. 18.2. Oh, no. We need our 5-team bonus. I was just seeing if we have anybody leveled up that's like not ever going to be used. We've got Pargu. We could actually use Pargu on a team. We've got this guy. We could use him on a team, kind of like we're doing with Etches. So we do have a lot of other options. I mean, a lot of other options. Drist for a Frost team. Varesh to get some heals. Oh, we got our new girl in here to get some shields. Man, we could do another team. I think I'm trying to slim it down too much. We don't need to do it this... Give a crap out of you, not that one.
What's the time? You folks carry on. I'm going back to camp for a break.
I don't think we needed this trimmed down, do we? We have options. They're under contract for only so long for the events. Yeah, for Dungeons and Dragons, they're under contract for only so long for those. Those are limited time. If you're not here for those Dungeons and Dragons events, you'll never see them. A lot of people think that if you go to season 1, that you'll see the Drist event again. That if you go into season 2, that you'll see Elminster. No. You have to be around when those events come up. You'll never see those heroes again. Unless they do like a Unless in their contract they can redo it. And re-release those heroes.
Can't take any more. Guess I'll put on my jukes.
I shouldn't have worried about decreased attack right now. I should have done decreased attack way up here. And then eventually when she gets stronger, we'd be doing it on the ultimate. Alright, I'm going to skip it this time. I'm not going to do decreased attack right now. I'm going to do it right about at this mark, the second skill. Because we're at 8.2 seconds, so every rotation will go a little further, a little further, a little further. And we should be okay. We could have actually done it a little further back. It's lasting for a long time. So this team's going to be Cedic, this rare dude, and Garyon. Is that his name? Garyon? I feel like our tank's getting hurt, kind of, but we're not too far away from 22 million, so we'll be all right. Oh, no, he's getting hurt pretty bad there. It doesn't take long for the ball starts to do a lot of damage on the single target, like on the main tank. Like, we're not too worried about that AoE from the ultimate. See? That big hit right there? Tank down, tank down. Come on. Come on, team. A little bit more, a little bit more. Let's go. Oh, so close. So close. Cedic, it's all on you, buddy. Okay, 22 million. I think we can do it. I would hope they'd re-release them. It's all up to their contract and all up to what they can renegotiate if they even wanted to do that again. So we'll have to see. Redeploy. So this team is Loris. Who is he? And then a common. Okay, now we've got. We didn't even put like the best gear. We were just slapping on whatever we could. If we want to fine tune all this, like my gear sets later on, we can fine tune those. Now we're gonna take out Shinna, him, everyone. We're bringing in Zorak, and who's going? Oh, Bledin, my boy Bledin. Yeah, you know this team's gonna do good damage. So what are we looking for? Decrease attack or attack penalty? Oh, this rare will do attack penalty. This tank will do attack penalty, right? And then not take as much damage. When the hero takes damage exceeding 20% of their max HP in a single hit, gain healing equal to 50%. This is pretty nice because we are taking that big smack. But his decreased attack is on a 23-second because we don't have scrolls on him. He gets defense increase. Reduce the damage taken from that enemy by 30% for 5 seconds. This guy's kind of pretty cool. I'd like to scroll him and use him, but I don't really want to. I don't know if I really want to scroll him. How many scrolls do I have? This green dude's pretty nice. 45 scrolls? I guess so. What happened to Twitch drops? I don't know if they'll ever come back with those. I mean, they eventually have to, right? Eventually they'll be like, hey, Twitch drops makes sense. Let's do Twitch drops. Remember, they're under new management, so a lot of things are happening. A lot of things are changing. I think they'll come back. I think that maybe they're working on that right now. So when we see the new Dungeons and Dragon event, we'll have Twitch drops. That would be really sweet. Remember, we had a couple thousand. Didn't we have over 2,000 people here during Twitch drops? I thought it got up toward 3,000. Like 2,000 something in here for sure, at least. At least it was over 2,000. People watching a stream just for Twitch drops. Really. That's what it was. Yeah, everybody loves free stuff. And it wasn't even great free stuff. It was actually pretty terrible free stuff. Here's decreased attack along with some healing. If we want to use this on him. Oh, this will knock back the ultimate gauge here with Latalis. But Latalis is going to die.
Don't worry, I'm here.
Hey, I'm all set.
So this team? I know this team will do it. We'll get crazy damage from... This only take him to 90, not to rank 5. And we're trying to get, well, what's his decreased attack? His decreased attack probably is at 75% chance, right? Oh, no. We scrolled him. 100% chance to, okay. Losing my mind. Let's go with that on him. Are we using this tank set? I don't think we were. I think we were using something else with a little more accuracy that we put on our rare tank just a minute ago. Defense with accuracy. That's it. Yeah, we were trying to get that skill haste up, so we were using 2 set pieces of... Where is it? Defense percentage. It'll be on him right now. Where's that rare? There he is. Loris. Loris, buddy, where'd you go? Weren't we using defense percentage on Loris too? You know what?
Through it all, I just want
Where is
my
he?
comrades to get
There, yeah, there he is. Okay. Oh, it's HP percentage. It's weird. We got defense percentage, but maybe we wanted something with more accuracy, and that had a lot of accuracy. No. Okay. All right. Let's go with one of these. There's all the accuracy. Okay, now let's save this set. What is this? Like a tank? Tank skill haste? Now back over to the green dude, Gareth.
Even if pain exceeds pleasure, the order will always be at home at heart.
Okay, he's pretty set, right? 271, exactly what we need as far as accuracy goes. We'll see if he survives. If he takes, this is awesome with this hit right here. Plus, he's going to make it to where the boss takes 30% less damage, or does 30% less damage. Reduce the damage taken from that enemy. Only for him, though, but that's fine, because that's the first person to go down. We've got healing plus decreased attack there. And we just got like a nub, some little random nub in here coming.
Why did you leave me?
And we cannot increase his healing, right? It's all based off of the max HP and debuffs removed. So it's only 15%. It's not going to be a lot of healing. But these two should do a lot of damage fast. Who's going to do Witch's Remains here? Can he even do Witch's Remains? This guy right here with his passive? I don't think he can. Meanwhile, Ice Blast Healer's gain is... I don't think he can do Witch's Remains. I've never tried to throw it on him before, but I'm pretty sure that is not a damage-dealing ultimate that will let us apply it. It definitely won't be applied off as the passive. Oh, yeah, we got 3 hits over here. We could do it on... What am I talking about? Bledin, my man. You can do everything. Bledin is the boss. Sorry, buddy. I don't know why I doubted you. $236? 236. That should be enough.
Dragons are the pillars of this continent. Show respect.
It's so weird that the witches remains. Oh, there we go. This one, second DPS. Are we gonna try to go off of his? Nah, let's just slap this on. We could get additional derivative damage, but I'm not even worried about. Or we could do passive with the nail. I don't feel like leveling that up. And perfect. Let's go.
Listen,
Anybody else we need? Ice Blast. 3. Just Vikuk. But we can increase Vikuk's healing by 25% with this right here. Even though the alignment's not going to do anything, overall healing 25%. Okay, that's something. We could try to increase his healing with any of these Moonlight Manals. I did get a defense one recently, so we'll take that. And then we can just go for some skill haste to help us out. So something like... What's that set? This set. Oh, we do need accuracy. Accuracy, great. Well, if we're going to do skill haste and we're not worried about anything else, let's do it with a set that gives us 40 accuracy. And we'll heal somebody off of this as well. But we need HP percentage here. HP percentage, because it's based off of his max HP with accuracy. Great. HP with some skill haste. And he's got plenty of accuracy for his decrease attack. Save and roll it. Let's go. 22 million, another easy one. Some CCs say that Dragonheir moves to support more content on YouTube, not Twitch. That's true. As far as like their content creator program stuff goes, which makes sense. There's just not a lot of people watching this game on Twitch. Why are they going to support that and try to give out a whole bunch of in-game rewards or other rewards when there's just not really anybody here to support it? You don't want like 1,000 small baby streamers having to waste the company's time to every month try to manage all that stuff for like 1 million little teeny streamers that are only getting a few views that they want to get a few rewards every month. It just doesn't make time as a corporation to do that. Now, if there were a whole bunch of people watching streamers on Twitch, then the rewards would be set probably much higher for a higher tier, like you need more views, and they would be decent. And it'd be fewer that they'd have to manage, and it would make more sense because there are actually people watching. But there just aren't people watching Dragonheir on stream right now. Not until the game gets changed. All the 10-cent stuff that they're working on right now, Season 1 is amazing. Once they start advertising all that and people start playing, and then they let people go from Season 1 into the newest season, and we really start to build a huge community where we're all doing the same thing together, then I could see it, becoming big. Much bigger than it is right now. I could see that happening. But we still got a lot of changes to do to get to that point. How are we doing on damage?
It's not over yet.
Well, we just missed Witch's Remains. It could have just been a bad beat. 3 hits at a 60% chance. We're not doing too good on damage, I gotta be honest. I don't feel like we're doing well with 5 stacks. I mean, they're both at similar numbers. We got 51%, 41%.
It's not over yet.
Okay, there's Witches is up now. But I feel like the other Ice Blast heroes we had, by the time we were at 6 stacks, we had way more damage than this. I haven't been micromanaging that decrease attack on this guy.
It's not over yet.
Well, I guess we'll let him do it then. That's fine.
It's not over yet.
Yeah, we're not going to make 22 million at this pace. We'd have to go the full 5 minutes. Our damage is way low. It's like really shitty. Yeah, he's not. On paper, he looked awesome. When he first came out, we were all excited about him. Why he's so weak? Because he doesn't work like Shaltar. He's not that impressive like Shaltar. If he worked exactly like Shaltar, he'd be a million times better. I guess it's the way that Ice Blast works, and it gets interrupted by an ultimate ability, and then when he does his ultimate, man, we're only at 12 million here? What is happening on this one? Compared to the other ones we had? Okay, that's flat attack. That's a mistake. That's a crit rate. That's a mistake too. So this is, first off, this is like really crappy gear on Bloodin. So that means we had really crappy gear on the other ones though, and they were still killing it. All right, let's get him done correctly. Now we need attack percentage here with crit rate. Yeah, you don't need that. Oh, maybe we had gear on because we were trying to get accuracy, but it looks like we got enough accuracy right now, even. Crit rate is fine, 79%. Plus, he's going to get 20% on his ultimates, on his skills, on his battle skill and his ultimate. So we're almost at 100% with this. And he's got enough accuracy for Witch's Remains. And he's got enough attack. Well, really, his attack isn't very high. Even with all this attack stuff here.
They always complain the desolation of Northland, but never discover the joys.
Because we've got Witch's Remains and we've got an accuracy on him, his attack isn't crazy high. Should be high enough to get some decent damage, even with the Emperor set on, though. And we're doing decreased attack a lot of the time with our 2 units here. All right. How are we going to set him up to do more damage? He's got attack percentage. No. He's got flat attack again. Why? What's up with this flat attack? Attack is 64. That's pretty good. Crit rate is fine. He does have other abilities that hit. We could go higher attack, but he's got pretty good attack with this. And attack there and attack here. All right, let's double check. Oh, Vika could be increasing. Forget the healing. Let's increase our damage with Horn. How long will this stay on with Horn? It's like 1 heal. And we're getting another heal here. Or should I go with Hourglass with him? Get him some more heals more often, right? Okay, now instead of Crown, we could actually put Instant Burner on him and keep him in tune with the boss if we were really worried about that. Instant Burner would easily do this, and then if he's taking too much damage, we can get him to the point to where he will take 25% less damage from this boss, which is easy with... Now that we've got well over what we need for accuracy. Total defense. What happened to our accuracy? How did our what kind of accuracy did he have on besides this? Attribute accuracy. 37, 191. Did I just miss something completely? Okay, we put Instant Burner. Same accuracy as before, so that didn't change actually. We've got a little bit of accuracy here and defense. It's the only one we could find. Defense with accuracy of 53, which is crazy. Oh, there's no accuracy on that helmet. Let's go back to that helmet. We should be good.
Through all of this, I just want my comrades to get what they
I guess I should have left the gear we had on him. Okay, can we make it now? We've got no recharge speed penalty, right? So we could just set up, hold on. We could set up our timing for this now. Needs 200 for his passive. For his passive and the passive he gives to his other people. We got a lot of attack for it instead of enlightenment. Let's, that's true. We could have an enlightenment chess piece here instead of an attack. But let's see if we've got it. An Emperor set. We do. Let's check this out with this damage exactly like this. Then we'll give him some more enlightenment and let's see what his difference of his damage is. I just want to set up now timing for this guy. 17.5, somewhere around there. Every 18 seconds. Anybody else? I I think we're good with timing. When he does his ultimate, it doesn't really matter. We want the battle skill to go off. So we kind of want... Are they both on 20? 19.5? We kind of want... Don't we want him to do his ultimate first, which is remains, and then we want this guy to go after? That way, he'll do his ultimate. His ultimate is based all... Zorak's ultimate's based all off of somebody else. Ice Blast doing their battle skill. So now he'll start doing his battle skill after doing his ultimate. So you kind of want it a little bit earlier. 12, 19.5. And then I want him to get back into doing his battle skill over and over. So maybe give him a second and a half. Okay, let's see how much damage he gets exactly from this. We'll note it, and then we'll change him over to Enlightenment and see if we can get it to make a difference. But he's not... Remember, there's not a lot of... There's only one other Ice Blast with Zorak right now. Normally, you'd have a team of at least 3 total Ice Blasts, DPS-wise. So if we did have that other Ice Blast person, his damage would be much better from that passive. But I'm just trying to get damage. I don't care how we get it. I'm just trying to get damage because we were so weak. This run we did before, on this, we were at 2... Like, we would have had to go the whole 5 minutes to get 22 million. Our damage was sucking.
It's not over yet.
Okay. We're not taking a lot of damage, but we're not... I don't know if we're dishing it out either. Gotta do high knees, guys. High knees.
It's not over
Kick
yet.
it. To the high knees. This is still pretty... This is extremely low compared to the other 2 teams, without a doubt. And I'm sad too because I have Bledin in here. Now, does Zorak have enough attack so that Bledin's giving him the increased attack?
It's not over yet.
He does. They both got 20%. And he's giving him 20% right before he does his ultimate too. So, I mean... But no, we're at the same kind of damage we were before. This damage is low. We'd have to go almost a time. Maybe a minute left, we could do our 22 million with this. But we're not going to last that long. 12 stacks? I mean, we can go to 12 stacks if we had a decent healer.
It's not over yet.
They're both ice enablers. We need ice crystals on... We need some more ice crystals on Bledin. Zorak isn't really a big ice enabler. When he does his passive, you don't get ice crystals from his passive. We get the additional damage. We get the 40% additional damage, but the ice crystals generated from his passive don't go on the other people. So we need more ice crystal generation. But at least Bledin gives some over to Zorak. Bledin gives 2 to himself, right?
It's not over yet.
I think he gives 1. It looks good. I mean, they're at like 4 stacks. We're gonna have to go to time though. Cedic and Shinna, awesome. Girthin and Nord, awesome. Nord gives a lot of ice crystals to Girth, enough that we get the easy damage. Shinna gives plenty of ice crystals to everybody along with attack, so Cedic is fine along with Shinna. But these 2 guys, I think we can make it. This team's pretty damn strong, actually. Now that we've got that decreased attack up, when we go into Otherworld, this team will be very strong. Looks like we might need to put in not even another healer, probably another DPS, right? Just some random DPS. Frost DPS. Awesome Enabler and a Gimp Legendary and a Gimp Legendary. Yeah, why do they have a Gimp Legendary? Why is that? I'm surprised we can even go this far with this team. That's pretty good. Come on, tank. Hold it together. Our tank's doing an awesome job. Almost. Okay, I'm gonna keep it. This is good enough. When we get into Otherworld, that's fine. We'll do 22 million after the first what? Like first 5 days, we'll get some kind of increase. For now, it looks like I might need to bring in somebody else to pull off a couple. Like 1 million, right? Vikuk's gonna solo it. Or we'll look at better gear options. Oh, we were going to look at the enlightenment gear option, right? Okay, I'm glad we did not go past this part. Let's look at, we've got 8,705,941. For Bledin, we've got 11,688,702. And that's all we need to look at for numbers. And total damage we did was 21 million. 21,514,140. All right, we'll redeploy. We'll go over here with Zorak and see if we can squeeze some more damage by going Enlightenment with attack percentage. How much attack is this? We're only losing... Huh? We're losing... Nice. Now we have Enlightenment there. We could go Enlightenment there, but we should honestly go for another set then, because if we're going to go high Enlightenment, we're going to lose all of our additional attack. So then the Emperor set is not going to be as effective. Enlightenment with attack? None. Enlightenment with flat attack? Nope. Okay, just Enlightenment. What do you got? Enlightenment skill haste? Attack speed? Okay. Now we're 245 enlightenment. Let's see what we do. Save this gear? Let's save it after. See if we can get a little more damage out of him. It'd be cool. It'd be nice. All we need, we were at 21 million, 21.5 million. All we need is a little bit more damage. If this can do it, let's go. Oh, somebody with a, man, what a great idea. Yeah, all we got to do is bring in somebody that's leveled up to rank 2, right? Or do we need rank 3? A low rank that gives us 24% additional attack. Now you don't want to do ink on him. He's not like Shaltar. He's not totally derivative damage based. We did a lot of testing on Zorak when we first came out, and honestly Bledin was better than him, or they were about equal. They were really about equal. But unless you have high-end artifacts like legendary artifacts and some other stuff with him to give, I just don't think it wasn't working out. We can go back and retest him on the test server though. We can go back on the test server and test him with super high enlightenment, a whole bunch of different gear, a whole bunch of enlightenment artifacts versus high attack. But back in the day, no matter what we did, it still didn't make him legendary status. It only made him normal. It only made him epic, basically, is what it was. Even though he's giving everybody 40% additional attack, he's giving them, his passive. It just... like, this dude just wasn't it. I can't tell if he's doing less damage now or... And again, since we only have one other Ice Blast person with us and not two other Ice Blast person, we're not relying on his passive as much. So we kind of... and that's his derivative damage is only from the passive. From him doing his ultimate, sharing the passive. So we're not relying on derivative damage as much. We're not doing like an extremely long fight. We're not trying to. It's not like the Vortex boss, so we want to get more upfront damage. So it's probably better doing him all attack. Could be. We'll see in a minute. I mean, it looks like we're tracking good with damage, right? Well, no. At 2.5 minutes left, we need to be at 11 million. We're almost there. Yeah, it looks like we could track. Well, we died. People died at. No, that's not true, because people did die. Like, our DPS died with 1 minute left, and then Vikuk died, 10 seconds later. I do like this green tank guy, though. I'm pretty impressed with how he can hang, get life back himself. You know, when he's hit for more than 20% of his max HP, he's getting like that big... It looks like a heal, like he's healing himself. And since he's getting life back, we could do things to make sure that that's stronger at times. Like, he could be wearing one of those chest... The Moonlight Mantle chest piece. He's great with the decreased attack. He's giving himself increased defense too. And he's pretty good in this. But we're doing less damage.
It's not over yet. Feel the might of the frontier.
Oh no. Come on, hang in there. What's his name? Gareth? Gareth, no! So about the same. Could just be RNG that there were a million short. We're 1.3 million short. Could have just been RNG, who knows? But I'm going to keep him in the attack gear. Could be that he has a lot lower attack, so he's doing lower damage from that too. But it really, we didn't look at the exact time that everybody died. So no, he did the same. He did a little bit more damage himself. Bledin did less damage this time. So I don't know. Should we save it or keep it? Save it and then come in here with the attack lead like we were talking about, like whoever came up with that good idea, right? Handsome came up with that great idea for an attack lead. How do we find who has an attack lead? There's no leader skill stuff, right? Who in here, it doesn't matter if it's poison or frost, who gives us an attack lead? And it has to be all done, or it has to be everywhere, right? Oh, I know who does it. Latalis. Doesn't Latalis give us one everywhere? Oh, dungeons. Does that count? This isn't a dungeon, though. I like Latalis enough that I'll even level Latalis up a little bit. But this is all dungeons. What constitute? We have to have all battles, right? I'm sure we have to. We could probably test this with another hero instead of leveling him up. Right, Latalis is my boy. I wouldn't mind using him on a team to knock back the ultimate gauge. Maybe even on this team to knock back the ultimate gauge. Although we're making it pretty far. We'd make it even further though. Nope. All battles. Anybody know an all battle one? Critical damage by 24% in all battles. That's not that bad. It's pretty damn good. The commons aren't going to have anything. This one is pretty nice, so we'll remember that. What about this? Gladiator. That looks like HP. HP again. Enlightenment. Here's some Enlightenment ones. In all battles. Oh, what about Dargo? City Trials. All battles. Here we go. Increase allies attack in all battles by 24% with Vedemir. And we're not really going to use Vedemir on any team, I don't think, because his single target damage isn't the best. His AoE damage is awesome. But it would be a shame if I wanted to use him somewhere else. How much crit rate do we have? 50. And it should be 100% for him. So if we increase our crit rate by 24%, increase all allies' critical damage by 24%.
Keep on living until I rob you of your life.
Where'd he go?
Time to kill.
Time to kill. Did we keep him attack based? We went to Enlightenment.
Dragons are the pillars of this continent.
Let's go back to a more attack based one and see if we can bring up that crit rate. I don't know if we can though. Let's see if we can bring up the crit rate at least here on these sides. Crit rate. He's got the highest one on. And we could bring it up by 2%. Bledin has attack and crit rate on. Flat attack and crit. That's only 3 crit rate. HP. Okay, no good. Crit rate of 15 with attack. Yeah, let's go back to that. 85. 65% chance. We're not getting shields from anybody, right? No shields, no. Who else can give us crit rate? We could get crit rate here, but we'd only get... We get additional critical damage too. This would top us off. It's kind of cheating. Those are the only two, aren't they? We could get 20% crit rate from this. From the chalice when we do our ultimate, but our ultimate doesn't crit like that.
Listen,
Let's just see if this makes a difference. We could probably put gear on this level 30 and the level 30 would survive for a while too. At least it would do something, right? If we just put gear on him, at least he'd probably survive there for quite a minute. I would think for at least 2 minutes survive. It does corrosion, right? Yeah, maybe it could get some nice corrosion up the tick the whole entire time. You never know. Level 30 could do some work. Do more work than Gareth and Vikuk.
It's not over yet.
The sands have run out.
Feel the might of the frontier.
Nah, he's dead already. Our man's down. Okay, this is still a team that we're gonna keep and work with because there's a lot of options we can do, right? And we could bring in Vedemir for a lead. I'm gonna go. If I can find my cursor. Let in Zorak.
Feel the might of
Gareth, is that the name of the tank? Gareth, Vikuk,
It's not over yet.
plus attack lead.
The sands have run out.
Okay, now we got to do Frost teams, and I think we already have one Frost team made out. That Frost team did really well, but what are we going to bring support-wise? Because we're using a lot of support here. We've been using quite a bit of support, but we haven't used any of our good support. All we've used is Elvis, main character for shields, Loris, along with Garion, whatever his name is, that healer. Now we're using Vikuk, which is an amazing healer, with another tank we've never used before, Gareth, which has actually been pretty cool. So we've got lots of other things to use with. Can we make... And we've got Varesh to use. Can we make 3 Frost teams? I've got Drist. One team, he's going to blow that. Like, whatever team he's on, since he's 4 inspired, he's going to do really good. Hexandra? Oh, yeah, we haven't used Hexandra either. I mean, we haven't used any of our support. None of our good ones. We haven't used Furbath. Hexandra. What are the other healers on there? I know I'm missing something else. We got a lot. But if we could get 3 teams off of Frost, that would be great. But I don't have any Frost legendaries, except for Drist. But I've had no luck getting something like Auster, Licinia, any of the really cool ones like that. Not that we necessarily need them, but... What is this? We're just getting additional critical damage now, right? And I don't feel like we're doing better at all. Okay. I'm going to scrap this. I'll come back to this when we're playing it in the other world, and we'll squeak by. Oh, yeah, we got Cypherus. We'll squeak by. We'll bring in another DPSer if we need to. We'll bring in a different lead if we need to. We're just going to save this team, though. Oh, I didn't even have timing down for the guy to do decreased attack, but... save. Ice. Blast. 3. Go over here and delete this one. Skill timing. $19.5. $19.5. Okay, on to Frost. Man, so many things. I don't think we can make 3 teams. I don't know. We've already done 1 team. So we already did. We've got 1. But we used Rava in that team as well. So it was really Rava along with Usha. And we did not need to bring in this new legendary that we just pulled to give them more damage. But we did use that team. What support did I use with that? Theodore and Hexandra, which all, I don't think we needed to go that hard, but unfortunately I can't play these people. So we had Hexandra, Theodore, Usha, Rava, and whatever this dude's name is right here. I think we went way too hard on that one. So now we've got Frost. Now we obviously need to make a team with Drist. Frost doesn't matter so much with him. We can get Frost applied here if we want to, so that he can, what, ignore a little bit of defense? Is it? 15% of the defense for enemies inflicted with Frost, so not that big of a deal. We could bring in, to get Frost up, Dorcarez, Rowena. I think these two. Do you think these two will make it? What you guys tier captain? Oh, I'm building my otherworld teams. Right now I've got 4 teams made already that are just 3 Ice Blast teams made for 22 million. We've got 1 Frost team made for 22 million. And now we're making another Frost team. So I've currently got 4 teams made just on this boss alone. Rava we already used. So we already used Rava, unfortunately, down here on this other team that we saved. We used Rava along with Usha to get our 22 million. Now we're going to do, I think, these two and see how well we can do. We could always bring in like a little rare. But he only gets the additional attack when somebody dies, when he kills somebody. But we could do this. Do you think a team with Vedemir, Rowena, and this guy could do 22 million? Like, say this team did do 22 million, what we have right here, if we have enough support. What kind of support would we bring in, though? I think 5 teams against this one boss is probably going to be enough. 6 teams would be awesome. But I don't know if we have enough support now. We got Furbath still. We already used Vi. We could use Sig for decreased attack. We're going to need still a tank. Well, he can tank with Guinevere, honestly. Guinevere could just pop out right here from the back and tank the boss. His explosion hurts too? No, well, Vedemir works on single target. I mean, on multiple targets, but on single target, his single target damage is really lackluster. It's low. It's very, very low. His AoE damage is amazing, especially with a whole bunch of frost up. It's great. But single target, his damage isn't that great. Not that we need to have amazing damage on this boss, but... Oh yeah, we've got another support over here, this girl, to give us shields. So it could be one team like this. And then another team where we use... Well, let's scrap that. We could save those. We could just use him. We haven't used him yet. We could just use Varesh with this team here. I'd honestly like to use Varesh against the other team. I think this team is going to do far more damage than the other team we were talking about with Vedemir. So let's use him along with the Horn to give everybody 15% additional damage on that other team. So with this team, let's kind of go back to her, shields, and then now some small heals. Do I have anybody left? I don't think I have anybody. Oh, Varesh. Yeah. Her and him for some small... And who's going to be our tank? Oh, Guinevere is going to be our tank. Perfect. Boom, 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 boom. All right. This is going to be Drist. Dorkerez. How do you spell his name? Oh, he's got a long name. I'm just going to put Dork. Dork. This little dude, which does... Frost. I don't know. He's just there. He's just there to do damage. We've got Varesh. And whatever that Aladdin girl is. Alidia? Alidia. Okay, I think this team will work. And then the other team we're going to bring in would be Furbath. Oh, let me save this. Where was it? And we've already used main character as Ice 2 on another Ice Blast team that blew it away. Who was it? I'm lost right now. What was it? Oh, it was Dorkrez and... Oh, we've even got Theodore. Oh, we got lots of other where we could get recharge speed penalty. Lots of other heroes we could bring in. Recharge speed penalty. We've got Pargu to do a whole bunch of different debuffs. Recharge speed penalty with decreased attack. Once we get that recharge speed penalty, as long as we have the damage, we'll be okay. So either Pargu or Stagamuffin to get debuffs up if we want it. Okay, what so maybe not the rare, maybe not that rare that we had with Dorkrez. Dorkrez leveled up, yes, and then instead of that other rare for damage, we bring in, I don't know, it depends on how much damage we're doing with Drist. Bring in recharge speed penalty. Where am I not seeing this? Oh, we got Ogok, and we even have Urgander. We got lots of options to stop the boss from doing damage. Let's slow it down. Where am I seeing something? Where am I seeing something? Here. Pargu? I don't know, buddy. You got a low percentage chance to apply this, doesn't he? Who knows what we're going to get? Recharge speed penalty or attack penalty is okay. But the rest of these, we don't even need. I guess go with this Muffin. Muffin should be attacking the whole time and maybe recharge speed penalty up quite a bit. No, this is actually Frost. Oh, this would be 3 teams of Frost. We've already done a Frost team. So this is Frost team 2. We've already got one with Usha. Damn, that'd be 6 total teams on this one boss. Okay, so the next team's going to be Furbath. Because he's so strong with the horn. With guys that I don't think are going to do a crazy amount of damage. Well, Rowena should do. This guy should do. Oh, no, this team should do fine, don't you think? I think this team should do great. And then we bring in what? I mean, what's left? What's left? This rare? Varesh is going to keep us alive the whole entire time, right? Am I liking the new Ice Legendary? Which one? You're able to make 8 teams? How many teams did I say? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? I think I made 7 teams. Was it 8 teams with Usha team? Okay, I didn't write down Usha. Let me write up here. Usha. Usha. What team did we use already? So that was... no, I did write this down. I already wrote this down. The chick from this event. Oh, yeah, she's all right. I played her in Pillars. We tried her out in Fae, and she looks... I mean, I don't know if I'd use her in Arena, but she's okay for that, right? We get shields right away, decrease attack. We get a chance to freeze people. Yeah, she's good. She's not Ardrith good, but pretty damn good. Kelvin, how many teams... what teams are you talking about? Theodomir? Yeah, I haven't applied Urgander and Theodomir. You're right, but... yeah, you're right. We could... we could do other teams, I'm sure, as long as we can get some kind of little healing in there. I mean, if we can do this team. Frost 3. Kind of wish I had more DPS, because if we're using all... like, here's what I've got left over. We've used. We've got Sigrid. She's not going to do damage. I mean, she will. It just won't be 100% increased. Urgander, decreased attack. That won't be increased. We've got support. Sure. We've got support. Again, it's not Frost. Theodomir. Yes. We've used all the rest of these Frost. We haven't used Pargu yet. Okay, we could get damage out of Pargu. All right, who else? Who else in Frost didn't we use yet? Baldum, we're not going to use him. We're not going to use the Lander because he's just not going to do what we need. We're not going to be killing people and getting our ultimates up. Gardris, we're not getting debuffs to get him to do his ultimate faster. We could do recharge speed penalty, but it's not worth it. He's not like a high damage dealer, so I don't think that's going to be worth using him. I mean, we're running out of Frost. I mean, all the Frost that I've skipped is because we're already using them on teams. So I'm only looking at Frost that we haven't used yet on teams. We haven't used this guy yet on a team for decreased attack. But we're already getting decreased attack. She's a control. She's control. So not high damage necessarily. This guy with Frost on, Zethos, we never got him to work to do high damage. There's nobody else in here applying Frost with him either. So kind of would suck to bring Zethos in. Wilt does no damage. And these two little commons probably aren't going to work out. Yeah, Wilt is terrible rare. So maybe this team? I don't think they're going to do it. I don't think this team can pull off the damage. Yeah, we got the support. The support's not the issue. I don't think this team can pull off the damage. I don't think Theodore... great AoE damage. Awesome in Arena, especially if you have Finya. Yeah. Great damage reduction. All the rest. Sure. But I don't think he's going to pull off the damage we need to get 3 million. But I'll save it. We'll see. Maybe once we get out there, we can do more damage and it'll be okay. Frost 4. We'll save it. All right, now let's go back to Frost 2 and see what we need to do to equip these people.
I always follow my heart.
Actually, let's go back to Ice Blast. I think we upgraded his gear kind of well. Like at least we.
Care to join me for it?
I think some of my gear sets are all off. Like they're overlapping. Is basically what's happening, because I've changed it so much. So let's just save this as Imp 1.
I have no interest in war. They're all just childish skirmishes.
I don't even think there's a lot of crit rate here. Is there? 17, 20, 14. Okay, there is. Imp 2, lowercase. Okay, sure. And then here for our tank, whatever tank we had set up, this is to take 25% less damage along with accuracy.
Even if pain exceeds pleasure, the Order will always be at home at heart.
And then what else? Do we have some kind of support? We did have the support set up, but this was for healing along with healing, right? Healing. Accuracy on it. HP percentage. That way, whenever we do an ultimate, we heal from this set. And then we could get 50% additional healing from that as well. Okay, let's save that. Why not?
Why did you leave me, Aphelios?
Okay, we need one more attack gear set, though, after this. Because we got 3 attackers in this team, right? Okay, our main attack is going to be...
I always follow my heart, even if I am repaid.
Crit rate's kind of low, so we're just going to go ahead and be like, boom. Actually, we probably need critical damage now. Yeah. Attack with critical damage. Wow, that's a nice piece. Come on, roll. Whoa, whoa, we're out of money? We're out of coin? What is going on? Flat attack, flat HP, flat defense. What do we have? I've sold most of it. Okay, same flat on all of the V's. This is flat? Flat attack? Wow, I got a lot. Flat defense, flat HP. What was that piece? Now we'll get rid of that. Get rid of that too. A little bit back. What was I leveling up? This one? What? 3 hits into resistance and defense, no critical damage. Wow. Nice. Garbage. Why would you do that to me?
Come to me, Guinevere.
All right, he's geared. We got Dorkarez coming in with the second set.
To handle coldness is to adapt to it.
Oh, Dork's not even leveled up yet. Let's get him leveled up. Welcome to your life. You're always out of coin. I mean, took some of the healers from poison. No, I'm not doing any poison teams. No need to do any poison teams if I can do this many frost teams, because the poison team is the one with the dragon. Dragon hits like 100 times harder than these guys.
Shut up and stop.
1,000,000 times harder than all these other heroes. So there's no reason for me to ever fight the dragon. Like you don't have to if you got enough teams, right? If you have enough heroes, you don't have to fight them. Not in Otherworld. This guy is going to be what? Dragonheir is an epic. So let's give him this. We kind of need a little bit of accuracy, I guess, on Dork. I mean, if we're going to get a Frost debuff up, do we need it? What does Dork get? Ultimate increase or something? I can't remember. Let's check this. It's been a while since I played around with Dragonheir, but he does get something. His basic attack always attacks somebody without Frost. Tries to apply it. Sure. Recharge ultimate energy. That's just a period. He just does this by himself. Frost for 5 seconds. Recharge ultimate gauge by 25. Upon hitting enemies under Frost. Okay, maybe we won't even worry about it. Let's see what happens. Varesh, what do you got, bud? Oh, Snarl set on Varesh? Let's go. Varesh can give us healing. Who else do we have for healing? Do we have anybody else on the team? Have you ever seen Varesh with the horn on? No, we'll give him Witch's Remains. Attack with whatever. It doesn't matter. Just attack. There we go. Accuracy. Nice. Save. Critical damage lead or an attack lead. I don't know what our crit rate is, so let's just go with this attack lead. Okay, we need what? Enlightenment? Enlightenment with bigger shields that last longer? Sold. Whenever we do a buff, we can remove a debuff. Or no, whenever we do a debuff, we can remove a buff from the enemy, but this doesn't apply to her. We can't remove her stuff, so we're just going to go with bigger shields. But all her stuff is off of Enlightenment, so scratch that because I don't have a Moonlight Mantle in Enlightenment because they're so damn hard to find. So let's go with... like nothing? Skill haste? Yeah, make her go faster. Okay. Faster it is. Oh, no, healing. Who else do we have on this team? We have her along with Varesh. So yeah, our healing is pretty limited. Let's go Enlightenment skill haste here. HP percentage. Any Enlightenment on that? One hit. 2 hits in Enlightenment. She's already got this on with a little bit of skill haste. Great. And accuracy. We do need to apply these debuffs, right? Decreased attack debuff? I forgot. A little bit shy. I was too concerned with Enlightenment and not worried about accuracy. Maybe I can find both on these pieces. Or maybe I cannot. Nope. That piece. No, that's the wrong kind. That's the wrong set. Never mind. What about this piece? She has Enlightenment already on there. Okay. Give me accuracy. No go. All right, let's switch this back. All right, no, let's look for accuracy then. Accuracy is more important right now than Enlightenment. Accuracy 21. 23. Come on, one more hit. Oh. Just a resistance instead. $209 plus 50. We're almost there. Are we really relying on all of her decreased attack debuffs, or do we have somebody else? we've got another backup here for kind of decreased attack. It could be. All right, what are we trying to do with this guy? We need accuracy. He's not going to do a crazy amount of... Well, he's going to do damage, but not 100% additional damage. Anything. Anything that's not equipped on somebody else. What about an aerial set? Perfect. $16. I'm running out of coin. I can't keep leveling up stuff. 170, 188. All right, let's go a little harder in something like crit rate with accuracy. .20 accuracy. Attack percentage with... Okay, this is the aerial set. I'm sure we have some options. Attack percentage with... Nope. Okay, we're good. Is that it? Do we need skill timing? Skill timing for anybody? Maybe everybody to do their ultimates after Varesh, and that's it. Let's see what their 20 seconds, 22 seconds. Oh, but Dork's going to get that increase on his ultimate from his battle skill. 12 seconds. Dork can do whatever he wants to do. I'm not sure when he's going to do it, but Jesus, man, he doesn't have scrolls? What's going on? All the epics I wanted last season? Midnight, what's happening? They reverted the blessing. Did they change it? What are you seeing? Are you seeing some blessed banners? Ah, they changed the blessed banners from 25 to from 6 to 25. Yes. It's way worse. If you're a whale, you're not going to... If you're summoning on that banner as a whale, you're not worried about the epics. You've already got those epics. If you're a low spender or free to play, obviously you're not summoning on that banner now at 25 dice. Although the only banner that has Garius also has Falosia, so you could try if you had 35 dice. But when does a free to play or low spender have 35 dice to spend on that banner, especially after this event? And then the Dungeons and Dragons event should be starting in 2 days. It's not going to, but normally it would be starting. So you wouldn't have 35 dice laying around. Well, granted, you only need 25 to get Garius, but you're going to want to go all the way, right? You're going to want to at least get a legendary out of it. How are we doing on damage? Pretty good? Is Frosty buff going up at all? Maybe since Dorkerez is doing such low damage, we should get the Frosty buff up so Driss can ignore 15% defense on his ultimate. I guess. We just need to get a little bit more accuracy so Dork can put a Frosty buff up. Looks like we're surviving quite a while in this. With Guinevere tanking, since they made her so strong as a pet, I think it's easy. Guinevere's not going to get beat down like other people do. This had a like cheese pet right here because they made her so damn strong. But we are getting decreased attack up quite a lot, looks like.
Everything is under control. Goodbye, loser.
But man, Dorkerez is not getting any frost up. We must have not given him... I thought his accuracy was like at 200. I know it's low by like 50 or 70 even, but every once in a while I'd expect him... I saw resist pop up on the boss right there. I mean, every once in a while I feel like we get lucky.
Bye, loser.
Total Nan, Catherine, and Garrett. Those are the only ones you're missing as free to play? Yeah, Total Dan would be a catch for you one day if you want to do something to do with wild teams, especially a wild team on Chief Challenges. It'd be nice. Expensive channel point spender? What is that? Probably never Dragon Color. I don't even know what that is. Expensive channel point spender. Probably never. I think you're the only person that asked for that. Over the last... How many years have I been streaming? 7 years, maybe? Out of 7 years of streaming, I know you're the only one that asked for that at least once every 6 months. Just a minimum suggestion? No, dude, it's like right on. If you go for 270, then you're set. If you're going for 300 or 500, it doesn't add. Like I've noticed, and other people have told me before that have tested it a lot, it doesn't add anything to go more. You don't want to go under. You want to get up to that recommended mark. But once you're there, you don't need to waste to get more. I used to think that if you got more, then maybe you'd go from like a 90% chance to apply your debuffs to like a 95 or a 99, but it doesn't do squat. That's what I've seen from everybody, and when they told me that and I changed it, I noticed the same exact debuff chance applied. Like the same exact. Whether I was at 270 or 370, I noticed the same exact number of debuffs. There's our 22 million though. Betting? I don't even know what betting is. Like, I don't know how to set that up. I don't know what we would bet on. Like, are we going to put channel points in to bet whether I'd make 22 million on this boss or not? You know what I mean? Not sure. Is there a website that tells you what's cool to do with channel points? Like for ideas, you know? Okay, 22 million on this one, and we lasted a long time. And Guinevere finally died. Dritz, Dork. Okay, I didn't use this guy. I used somebody else. Varesh. I've got her. I use this guy instead. Stagamuffin. Stag. Okay, on to team number... I don't know about this team. Team number 4, I don't think is going to be able to do it. This team, we're gonna throw in something else, right, to help out? Maybe like a recharge speed penalty to help out. But recharge speed penalty is just for us to stay alive longer, which is great, because with Varesh we could use that. We need to level up. What? I need to level up 3 heroes for this to work. Oh, we haven't used Cypherus. I forgot all about Cypherus. We haven't used her on a team yet. But we're not going to need her on this team. I think a nice little recharge speed penalty would be pretty cool to make sure that we do stay alive longer. And I thought we had one more for that. I thought there was one other unit besides Stagamuffin. Oh, Pargu. And Pargu's at 90. Okay. I don't know if I can do this.
Blizzard, guide me home.
Yeah, we can't. We need some more frost. Ice crystals? Or is this stamina right now? Or is this XP potions that I'm low on?
Have you checked out the new collection at the library?
Nope, we got to go form the domain. Which is cool, because today we got a thing that said go, rank up your heroes and you'll get rewards. I have no idea where I'm at with experience, though. $15 Frost teams in Season 4? That's it. That's all you need. 15 Frost teams and you're done. I mean, if this happens, if we keep getting new heroes every season, which we're going to, then if we went into Season 9 and we had a boss that was this easy, then yeah, you would just make 15 teams against that one boss with the 2 combining elements. If you had that many. Sure, eventually we'll be able to, right? But then what's it going to be like for... What is the end challenge going to be about then? Everybody's got running around with 15 teams. They're going to have to... What they need to do is increase like 22 million, sure, but they need to increase it to where you get even more points if you do more damage, right? Something? Gotta do something, right? Okay, let's do one. If we do one run, we might get some hourglass to do double runs from the event. Yeah, that's it. We can bet on a high or low for it. Okay. Yeah, I just got to know how to set that up.
Time to test the power of these.
Sparkle and shine.
We playing the wrong season? Everybody's playing the wrong season unless you're playing season 1 right now. I'm telling you, Faye is so nice in season 1. Season 1, you just jump into Faye whenever you feel like you're a little bit stronger. 10 times speed, and it's compared to what we do when we jump into a Faye floor, 100 times better. And I kind of understand why they didn't want to incorporate Faye into our Faye, because it's really different. The rewards are different. So if they changed it right now mid-season, it would be kind of weird. Because you only get one reward for each floor in the newer Fae. Us, we get like small little incremental rewards as we go through there and open up the chests. Although I feel like they could still do it and it wouldn't matter, like nobody would cry about it. But it might change some things. Like somebody might get a little more rewards than others, or maybe a little bit less. I don't feel like it would be anything to worry about, but maybe that's why they're not doing that. Do I need this much? Let's do 8 times run. I think that'll be enough. Because this ain't it. Season 4? Well, we don't even have a Dungeons and Dragons event right now to have fun with. So yeah, they need to do something. I'm guessing in Season 4, we're going to have all the things that Season 1 has right now. So that'll be fun. Even for our first month, that'll be fun. Although the gating is still there. The gating's a little bit different. It's not gated for your journey experience. It's gated by days. So when we first start playing, on day 3, we can take our heroes to level 70, which we're going to do easily. We can take our artifacts to level 12. We're going to have plenty of stuff to level up our artifacts. Plenty of things to go into our elemental affinity to level that up to get additional attack. But then we're going to sit around for 2 days waiting to rank up our heroes from 70 to 90. And then once you get to 90, you're going to be waiting days, because it just says days. That's all it says. It's just like, you got to wait. Just wait. And then I guess during those days, you go around and... I mean, you don't farm gear. Nobody's going to farm gear at 70 or 90. You go around and... I don't know. Again, the gates just aren't necessary. Like, the gates do nothing. But it doesn't help free-to-play to compete with whales. It doesn't do any of that. So, I don't know. We'll see how the gate situation... We'll see if it's better. I feel like it's better, but it's only because we've got new fun things to play with in Season 1. So it feels like it's a little bit better. But then when I'm stuck and I can't do anything for days while I'm waiting, it goes back to feeling the same. Because just waiting to... Before, all we did was the same thing, right? We waited to log in to do a commission. Those 2 commissions gave us enough experience to finally go do what we needed to do. And if we had to wait 2 or 3 days to do 2 groups of commissions, it's the same. It's no different. Now it's just telling me, specifically it says now, 2 days and 30, 2 days and 12 hours, you'll be able to fight stage 7 of this dungeon now. Is the new thing. Yeah. So we'll see if it's more exciting. Right? Weren't they supposed to be working on making the Season 1 better, they said. Season 1. The first month better. They said that. They said that they understood that the first month experience was a little bit slow and then they wanted to enhance that somehow. I think they should roll some kind of cool event. That way every month we have some kind of fun event going on. Second month we've got the Chief Challenge event with the legendary. Third month we've got the D&D collaboration going on, usually. In the first month, we need some kind of event going on as well. Just kind of some kind of whatever. It doesn't even matter. It could be so easy as you go around and anything you do, you get some kind of reward and you spend it in a shop and there's some kind of cool thing that actually makes it worth it. I don't know. Something fun and engaging, and then letting us get that increased drop rate at 15 days instead of 30 days. Everybody agrees with that. There's not one person that doesn't agree with a drop rate from the dungeon at 15 days instead of 30 days that I know of. It's why can't you do that? But it goes back to why gate too. So maybe, you know, they could be it seems like the old company ideology to have it gated, to not have deals, to not do all this kind of stuff that, you know, the new company is going to want to do. The new company is going to want deals in this game. They're going to want to see deals put into it. The people to spend on cool weekend deals. Again, not pop-up deals, just deals that are there. And we see it in a banner on the top right. Top right banner comes up. It sparkles when you log in. Okay, I know there's new deals in there. I'll go check it out if I want deals. I have a feeling soon we're going to start seeing a lot of deals come up. Stuff that we never thought we'd be able to purchase before. We're going to start throwing it out there. Along with loosening up some of this stuff that the old company just didn't want to do. Did you guys enjoy, you know, now that I played season 1, did you guys enjoy being stopped by the ooze monster and by that other necrosis monster when we were running through? The ooze monster, every day you could go and get one of those, I don't know, what some kind of idol thing that made it weaker. After 4 days, it was so weak that anybody could beat it, right? But the first day you fought it, if you didn't have an insane whale account, I'm talking insane whale account, you were not going to beat it. Even the second day when it was weakened twice, you still weren't going to beat it. You had to wait till at least that third day to have even a chance, and then wait one more day, and then you could story progress. Stopped only 1 day here. You were stopped for 1 day there at the ooze monster? Yeah, but I'm saying, did you guys enjoy that? Did you enjoy having that in there? But even still, I'm saying, was it a cool thing to have? It's in season 1 right now. Should they bring that back into other seasons? Should we have like a monster that we can focus on for a couple days, depending on your account power, to maybe like come up with strategic ideas to get past it? It wasn't like that though, because all you had to do was wait a couple days. So, and then while waiting those couple days, you still get right back up to where everybody's at. That's what a lot of people, you know, misunderstand with this game. Even though you have to wait a few days to do something, say you're not a whale, right when you're done with those few days, you progress up to where they're at. It's not like anybody left you behind. You can still do all what they can do as long as your account's strong enough. You could go all the way up to where they're at, you know? It's annoying. Some people did. Yeah, some, especially on season 1, because they didn't have any. I mean, back in the old season 1, we didn't have all these heroes. So back in the old season 1, when you got to that ooze monster, it's a lot different now because we get so many gold dice and a lot of rewards. Old season 1, we were begging just to get good rares. And it was a blessing if you ever got a good epic. That was like pulling a legendary. So when you got to that ooze monster, if it still had 4, like if it was the first day and it had 4 of those idols where it almost had max life, you weren't going to beat it. No way. So you had to wait a day to where it got down to 75%, and then another day to get down to 50%, and then one more day to get down to 25%. Then as you're waiting those days, hopefully you're getting a little bit stronger from doing something. Doing, you know, leveling up heroes, doing something, right? Getting a little bit more gear. And then you fight it. Something else I forgot? Yeah, I don't know. It's a long time ago now. But I'm wondering if they brought things like that back in, would it make it enjoyable? I don't know. I don't know if it would. I like the archways. I like how we have the archways now to where we have to. I just want them to be. I love the archways. The problem is that they're not. They're not difficult. We go in there. We roll for our advantage, and once we get to that pillar. Right when we go in, we roll for their advantage, and a lot of times it's very strong. We have to re-roll it. But by the time we get to our max level heroes, they don't have archways for in-game. There's no archways that are set up as strong as High Pillar or High Fae. So we finish with those archways really, really early, and we don't see them later on. But I do enjoy them. I'd like to be focusing on some right now on my main account that are absolutely hard to pass. So it's weird they don't keep doing that throughout the season. Yeah, it's just me, you know. It'd give me something to do if I was bored, I guess. The rewards in there aren't that great, right? Just something to do. And a lot of times they would lock behind your leveling up your cart and all those by going through those. We have to go through that to level up our cart and our forge. I don't know, I guess it's good enough. I'm just trying to think of things to do that are outside of the things we normally do and that would be exciting. Like, should they bring back tower defense? I thought tower defense was actually pretty neat. It was very, very difficult. I don't want it that difficult, but I thought it was pretty cool how your heroes were played very different. Like, totally different. On the tower defense, when you set up heroes, if they're frost, they slow down somebody. If they're stunned, you stun somebody going through there. You place your tank in a different area if he did like an AoE stun. I feel like they could have improved on that and made it a pretty cool sub game. Not anything to do with focusing on the main gameplay for that, for towers, because some people might not like that. But as like a sub gameplay, towers would have been pretty cool. Auto chess style would be fun. I've never played an auto chess game. Is that where you merge the guys? You bring them out, they kind of go and do their thing, and then they merge and merge and merge if you pull out more copies of them. 6,000, okay. I wonder if I can level something up. Could this game be like that? Have a little side game where it's auto chess? I don't know if it'd work. If it'd work, yeah, I'm all for it. How are you guys doing with your elemental affinity here? Everybody getting it kind of maxed out by now? When we go into Otherworld, we're going to get a lot. Like, this is where we pick up the rest of it. Once we hit Otherworld, we get so much solvent. Like, every day. I just need to do these. This is resistance, and this is HP. And it's only 9% HP and 50 resistance, which both are good, but I'm just going to focus on the 15% less damage taken from these two, and I'll be pretty much done. So this should be quick. And we've got, when do we have reset? A day from now? Like the weekly reset? One day, 20 hours. I do like this too. I think the playing card now is easy to get. Don't we get somewhere around 1,000 a day? With the rewards we get from doing PvP, no matter like how high you're ranked. I mean, you got to be ranked like maybe 1,000. But if you're ranked in top 1,000, top 2,000, I think we get, with the refresh, you got to buy the refresh for 90. Because you spend 100, but you get 10 back. Worm arrow. I think we get 1,000 of these a day. So it would take 50 days to get the playing card. Yeah. I can't go after the playing card now because I don't have 50 days left at the end of for the season. But next season, I can go after the playing card. Right? So perfect concept for auto chess. Yeah, I don't know if they abandoned tower defense or not. I do see it in season 1 still, but you're right. We don't see it in season 2 or season 3, right? Did we see it in season 2? Since I'm not saving my 5,000 and they go away at the end of the season, I don't know what I'm gonna buy. I guess I'll wait till reset and buy some more Essence of Creation and the 1 dice. Because there's no way I'm going to get 50,000 by the... How many days do we have left? Unless they extend the season. I could get 50,000 if I've got 30 days left and they extend the season. And I'm already at 5,000. So I do have... I might be able to get 50,000. What's my rank? No, I'm only in top 300. So top 300 gives me daily 600. So I'm only getting 1,000 a day, correct? I think I'm getting exactly 1,000 a day. That's a top, that's rank 300, staying in 100, staying anywhere from 100 to 300. They'd have to extend the end of the season by a long time for me to be able to get that. That'd be a shame if I got up to 40,000, 45,000 and I wouldn't be able to get it. I guess I'm really not doing anything else with my gladiatorial seals. What boss are we on? Same boss as always? Okay, it wasn't this team. This team did really well. It was this team. I thought I threw in something else with this team that made sense. What was it? It was recharge speed penalty, right? Pargu. Okay. Pargu, where are you? '90, 70, 90.
I am sworn to defend.
All right. No, not to 100. Let's go to 95.
Knowledge will remain.
Vedimir, what can you go to, bud? Oh, man, I can't take these. I need to farm more. Damn, I need to farm a lot more. All right, I guess we'll do this some other time. We've almost been off for 3 hours today. My legs are starting to hurt. I need to go, like, stretch or something. I need to go run. I do need to run tonight. I was going to do it yesterday, but I'm going to do it tonight for sure. Get a run in. All right, guys, we've been off for 2 hours and 47 minutes. I've got 5 teams for sure saved. I mean, we've got other teams saved now, but I got to gear them. So I've got to gear this team. I've got to gear the other team. We still have a day and 20 hours. 19 hours. So tomorrow's the last day. We need to do this by tomorrow. So tomorrow I'll come in here. We'll knock out our other teams. If I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, this is Vedimir. Rowena. That's one team. And then if I have this team, I don't know if it's gonna. I don't think this team's gonna make 22 million, but it's say Theodomir and wait, I've already got Pargu over here on this team. I can't have Pargu on both teams. Uh-oh. Who was it? If I had Pargu on that other team, we've already used her. We haven't used Cypherus yet. If we need healing, we already used Stegamuffin. We used Elvis for recharge speed penalty. Latalis? Did I use Latalis yet? That'll knock back the ultimate gauge. I'll have to check my other teams. I know we threw Latalis in one of our teams, but I don't think we actually used it because we were just checking out for the leader skill. But at least if we level Latalis up, we can knock back the ultimate gauge if we need to. If we don't need to, whatever. We'll just look for... Vedimir's already giving us an attack lead. Okay, I'll just keep that team. So there's that. This one has Pargu, Theodomir. That would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 teams on this boss. And then, of course, we've got a team for fire. We got a team for the poison guy, the fire guy, and the aura people. So I think I can make 2 aura teams. I need to make 2 aura teams tomorrow. And oh, rally. I can make a legendary rally team. So easy. Legendary rally team. Ah, it's simple. 2 aura teams, legendary rally team. Maybe I can make 2 rally teams. Yeah. Because I have more Legos, and then I've got a whole bunch of epics we can use for rally, as long as we can get our 22 million. And then we can use artifacts. We can use gear to make sure that we don't get stunned from the boss. That'll be easy to do instead of having to go high resistance if we don't want to. 4 radiant teams. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That's already like 14 teams. And then we can make the poison guy is what I use Dauntless on. I don't know if I can make 2 Dauntless teams. Probably I can make 2 Dauntless teams, but I could definitely easily make 2 or 3 fire teams. 2 or 3 wild teams. Plus I have a lot of burn too. I haven't used burned over there. Fire, burn. I'm going to put wild here. Wild, burn. I got lots of stuff for burns. I think we're over capping for the teams we need. I think we're making too many teams. I think we're going to have far too many teams than what we actually need. Okay, we'll finish this off tomorrow. I don't think we're going to need this many, but this ice team right here might not work out. So it's good that we have a few more to do, but it should be pretty simple. All right, guys, have a great rest of your day. Thanks so much for joining me. I will see you tomorrow. I'll be on the same time. Tomorrow is Thursday, right? My day, Thursday. Yeah, tomorrow's Thursday. And then my wife is half day Friday. And then Saturday, I got to do some stuff with my kids. All right, guys. Thanks again. I will see you soon.